Pamela Sue Martin's journey through Hollywood is a story of early fame, iconic roles, and a graceful withdrawal from the spotlight to live life on her own terms. From her breakout as the clever young sleuth Nancy Drew in the 1970s to her unforgettable portrayal of Fallon Carrington Colby on Dynasty, Pamela left an indelible mark on pop culture. Yet, she would step away at the peak of her success, choosing personal fulfillment over the glitz of Hollywood. In this Then versus Now biography, we explore Pamela Sue Martin's impressive rise, her biggest roles, and her decision to find balance far from the Hollywood machine. Pamela Sue Martin was born on January 5, 1953, in Westport, Connecticut. Growing up in a comfortable family environment, she was drawn to the arts from an early age. By the time she was a teenager, she had already begun modeling, finding work in magazines and catalogs thanks to her photogenic looks and poise. Modeling introduced Pamela to a taste of the spotlight, and soon she was drawn to acting. Her striking appearance and natural confidence made her a perfect fit for the industry, and by the early 1970s, she was ready to make the transition to the screen. Pamela's first big breakthrough came in 1977, when she was cast as Nancy Drew in the Hardy Boys' Nancy Drew Mysteries, a series blending the two iconic book franchises. Pamela quickly became a household name, perfectly embodying the intelligent, resourceful, and independent teen sleuth. Fans admired her beauty, but even more, they connected to her spirited performance and authentic charm. While working on the show, Pamela earned critical acclaim, becoming a role model for young women in the late 70s. However, she grew frustrated when the network began prioritizing the Hardy Boys over Nancy Drew, giving her character less attention. In protest, Pamela left the series in 1978, a bold move that showed her unwillingness to compromise her artistic integrity, leaving Nancy Drew behind. Pamela pursued opportunities on the big screen. In 1972, before Nancy Drew, she had already appeared in The Poseidon Adventure, one of the most famous disaster films of all time, playing Susan Shelby. Her performance in that ensemble blockbuster put her on the map with both casting directors and audiences. Through the late 70s and early 80s, Pamela landed roles in films such as Our Time, 1974, Buster and Billy, 1974, and The Lady in Red, 1979, showcasing her dramatic range and captivating presence. Yet television continued to call her back, offering steady work and a loyal fan base. In 1981, Pamela was offered what would become the role of a lifetime, Fallon Carrington Colby in the primetime soap opera Dynasty. As the headstrong, glamorous, and sometimes reckless daughter of oil tycoon Blake Carrington, Pamela lit up the screen and helped turn Dynasty into a cultural phenomenon. Audiences were captivated by Fallon's wit, vulnerability, and fiery personality, and Pamela infused her with complexity and heart. Her chemistry with the rest of the cast, especially John Forsythe and Joan Collins, made her one of the show's shining stars. For 3 seasons, she played Fallon to perfection. But the pressure of constant filming, tabloid attention, and creative disputes took their toll. In 1984, Pamela made the difficult choice to leave Dynasty, shocking fans, but once again demonstrating her fierce independence. After leaving Dynasty, Pamela retreated from mainstream Hollywood. She took occasional roles, including guest spots, on shows like That 70s Show, but by the late 80s and 90s, she had largely left the entertainment industry. Pamela found solace and purpose in other passions, including environmental advocacy and theater work. She performed in regional theater productions, finding a more authentic connection with audiences and enjoying the creative freedom that stage work allowed. Her love of storytelling never died, but she preferred the intimacy and immediacy of live performance to the glare of television cameras. Pamela Sue Martin's personal life has been private and relatively shielded from the gossip pages. She was briefly married to Clarence Clemons, the famed saxophonist for Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band, in the early 1980s. Their relationship was short-lived, and Pamela has generally kept romantic details out of the headlines. Pamela has also been open about challenges with anxiety and the pressure of fame, and how leaving the business helped her rediscover peace and balance. Her courage in stepping away from a lucrative career for her mental health has inspired many fans over the years. Then, Pamela was one of the most recognizable faces of late 70s and 80s television, portraying beloved characters and becoming a fashion and cultural icon. Now, she is a grounded, independent woman who chose to prioritize her well-being and creative satisfaction over mass-market fame. Pamela remains respected by industry peers and fans alike, with many praising her bravery to walk away when so many felt trapped. Pamela has occasionally appeared at fan conventions, reconnecting with audiences who still adore her work. Her legacy as Nancy Drew and Fallon Carrington lives on through syndication and streaming, introducing her talent to new generations. Pamela Sue Martin's characters helped define 2 eras of television. Nancy Drew empowered young women with intelligence and independence, while Fallon Carrington was a beacon of unapologetic glamour and strength. her characters resonated so deeply that they remain part of pop culture history. Pamela's decision to turn her back on the Hollywood machine also stands as a powerful lesson about self-worth, mental health, and taking control of your own narrative. Today, Pamela occasionally grants interviews, attends fan events, and supports causes dear to her heart. She continues to act selectively in theater, honoring her love of the craft without the trappings of celebrity culture. While she is no longer a fixture on red carpets, Pamela Sue Martin's influence endures. Her powerful roles, her honesty about the pressures of fame, and her determination to live life on her own terms guarantee her place in entertainment history. Pamela Sue Martin's journey is a testament to authenticity and courage. Whether she was solving mysteries as Nancy Drew, bringing drama to Dynasty, or standing up for her own peace of mind, Pamela has remained true to herself. In an industry that often chews people up, she stood firm, charting a course defined by her own values. Fans will always celebrate her as a trailblazer, a symbol of 70s and 80s television, and an actress who knew exactly when to step away and how to stay unforgettable.